The Power of Letting Go explores the deep psychological and emotional benefits of releasing attachment to things, people, and ideas that no longer serve us. It challenges the notion that control leads to happiness, instead arguing that true peace and fulfillment come from surrendering to the natural flow of life. The book presents letting go as an active, empowering process rather than a passive resignation. By learning to detach from our expectations, fears, and past wounds, we open ourselves to greater freedom, clarity, and joy. At its core, letting go is about acceptance. Much of our suffering stems from resisting reality, wanting things to be different than they are. Whether it's clinging to past mistakes, worrying about the future, or holding on to toxic relationships, our inability to let go keeps us stuck in patterns of stress and frustration. The book emphasizes that true happiness is not about controlling external circumstances but about mastering our internal responses. One of the key insights in The Power of Letting Go is that attachment creates suffering. When we tie our happiness to a specific outcome, person, or situation, we give away our emotional freedom. The book encourages readers to recognize when they are holding on too tightly and to practice loosening their grip. This does not mean giving up on goals or relationships, but rather approaching them with a sense of openness and adaptability. The process of letting go requires mindfulness. The book highlights how much of our anxiety and emotional distress come from dwelling on the past or anticipating the future. By staying present, we can observe our thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. Letting go does not mean suppressing emotions but rather allowing them to arise, acknowledge them, and then release them without attachment. One of the biggest barriers to letting go is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, and fear of loss all keep us trapped in unhealthy cycles. The book provides strategies for confronting these fears, reminding us that growth happens outside of our comfort zones. When we release fear-based attachments, we create space for new opportunities and experiences that align with our true desires. A major theme in The Power of Letting Go is self-forgiveness. Many people struggle with guilt and regret, holding on to past mistakes as if punishing themselves will somehow change what happened. The book argues that true growth comes from accepting our imperfections and learning from them rather than dwelling on self-blame. By letting go of past failures, we free ourselves to move forward with greater wisdom and self-compassion. The book also discusses the importance of letting go of toxic relationships. Whether it's a manipulative partner, an unsupportive friend, or a draining work environment, we often hold on to connections out of obligation, fear, or habit. However, true personal growth requires surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and support us. Letting go of unhealthy relationships is not about bitterness but about valuing our own well-being. Another crucial aspect of letting go is releasing the need for external validation. Many people base their self-worth on the opinions and approval of others, leading to anxiety and self-doubt. The book encourages readers to develop a strong sense of self-worth that is not dependent on external recognition. When we stop seeking validation from others, we become more confident, independent, and authentic. Control is an illusion, and the power of letting go illustrates this truth. No matter how much we try to plan or manipulate outcomes, life is unpredictable. The book suggests that rather than fighting against uncertainty, we should embrace it. Trusting in the flow of life allows us to experience more peace and joy, rather than constantly struggling against what we cannot change. Letting go also applies to material attachments. Many people accumulate possessions in the belief that they bring security or happiness. However, the book argues that excessive attachment to material things often leads to stress, clutter, and a false sense of identity. By simplifying our lives and focusing on experiences rather than possessions, we cultivate a deeper sense of fulfillment. One of the book's most powerful insights is that letting go does not mean indifference. Many people resist the idea of letting go because they fear it means they will stop caring. However, the book clarifies that letting go is about loving and engaging with life from a place of freedom rather than attachment. We can still have deep connections, pursue meaningful goals, and cherish memories while not being defined or limited by them. The process of letting go is ongoing. It is not a one-time decision but a continuous practice of awareness and release. The book emphasizes that life will always present new challenges and attachments, but by cultivating a mindset of surrender, we can navigate these experiences with more grace and ease. Letting go is not about escaping reality but about embracing it fully, without resistance. Ultimately, the power of letting go teaches that the more we release, the lighter and freer we become. By letting go of past pain, rigid expectations, and unnecessary fears, we create space for new growth, deeper joy, and authentic self-expression. It is a process of unburdening ourselves from what no longer serves us so that we can move forward with clarity, purpose, and peace. In the end, the true power of letting go lies in realizing that we were never meant to control everything. Life unfolds in its own way, and our role is not to resist or force it but to flow with it. When we trust in this process, we find a deeper sense of freedom, contentment, and inner peace.